And so if you think about the gameplay of a roguelite or a roguelike, honestly, the distinction between the two, and we're just going to talk about them as, procedural generation. So the fact that the games themselves can be really frustrating. Oftentimes roguelike games can be not just repetitive, but repetitive in such a way where you kind of feel like you're banging your head against a wall. And, the repetition itself functions as a kind of suffering for you as the player. And, in an ordinary game where it's just, you have procedurally generated dungeons and you just have to sort of like in your, I don't know, like in Diablo 3 where, all the dungeons, I think actually in Diablo 2 they're procedurally generated as well. Anyway, the point is, when you're playing a game like Diablo 3, the game itself doesn't really sort of, the way you have to play the game doesn't really feel like it has any particular resonance for like the psychological state of the player character or for you as the person playing the game. Whereas in the case of Iris and the Giant, those three conditions are all very clearly linked. So Iris's psychological states, or Iris as the player character, you as the person playing the game, and then also the game itself, like those, everyone's frustrations, or the frustrations built into the level design, the frustrations of the player character who is your avatar, and then the frustrations of yourself as the person playing the game. All of those things sort of marry in a really interesting way, such that the game, and this is what I love about the game, the gameplay makes you feel the psychological condition of the main character.